Traveling and vacationing in some of the world's most idyllic destinations has left thousands stranded in the wake of COVID-19. My next guest, Ashock, and his wife Dinu thought they were taking a cruise of a lifetime sailing the coast of South America. What they ended up with, though, was a voyage from hell. Trapped on a ship with confirmed cases of COVID-19, 4 dead and 200 having flu-like symptoms. They say they were enjoying their trip when their captain made an announcement ordering all passengers to their rooms. So for the next 13 days, this retired couple says they went to sleep every night fearing they may not wake up the next day. Ashock and Dinu are joining me during a mandatory 14-day quarantine from their home in Toronto, Canada. Ashock and Dinu, thank you so much for joining us. And tell me, this time that you were locked in your room for 13 days, describe what that was like, Ashock.
Okay, to start with, we had a problem in the Zandam ship, and as a forecast and 37 crew members sick, we were solidly locked in, not allowed to go out. The food, everything was brought up to the room. And then we got transferred to Rotterdam ship on 26th of March. And our nightmare started in that ship.
Okay, was it worse after you transferred or before? Which was the toughest part of your...
After it got worse. Because in the new ship, we were totally locked down. And with our luck, the air conditioning failed. The toilet would not flush. The shower water between the hot and cold was extremely hot. So our experience, in order to take a shower, we used to fill the bucket of ice from the washing sink basin, bring it to the bathroom, to the tub, and try and wash up that way.
Okay, I understand. Dinu, did you feel like your life was in danger?
Every day it got worse and worse, and with the heat in the room, we could hardly breathe some days. And every day when we woke up, we thank God that we are still here.
Ashock, what did you think when you heard that 4 people had died on the ship?
At that part, it was very, very scary. I was praying, God, I hope not all the passengers get sick, because my last thinking, this is my thinking, if the whole ship was sick, they could have blown the ship into the ocean. So I was counting my days from that on.
So you actually thought if this became a ship of death, that they may not ever let it come back to shore?
Correct. Because being sick people on the ship, they don't want the other people getting infected. So sometimes better to let the sick people die and save the good ones.
Right.
And it wasn't the fear of the ship or anything, but all the states not letting us dock, which made it worse day by day, because you just don't know the unknown.
Right, and you stayed in this room for 13 days and they would knock on your door and just leave food on the floor?
Yes, they would leave the tray by the outside on the door, and you bring the food in. As far as ship concerned, their treatment was very, very good. I cannot ask for any better service than what they have provided. But it's just the circumstances that everybody was fearing because of the COVID.